guys, welcome to my first video. I'm so excited to finally have filmed this. It took a while and I know it's what you guys expected for my first video, but you know, I just kind of wanted to get my feet wet, see what the lighting looked like, how easy or hard it would have been, and you know, when you finally get the ball rolling, it's not as hard as you seem. So thank you for everybody who showed me love on my posts, everyone who's followed my makeup page so far. Today I decided to play around with a lot of new products I have. I know I snap it quite a bit on my regular page and people ask me things and how is it, and to be honest, I've been so busy that I don't actually really use those products right away. I kind of just throw them in my makeup pile. So today I'm going over the Shape Tape foundation from Tarte, as well as Huda Beauty's Beauty Obsession, the Warm Brown Obsession, as well as PATRICKSTARR's setting powder, all in one. So for everybody or anybody who's asked about any of those products, you will find the answer within the next few minutes. The completed look is this. I was hoping it would take more of a Valentine's Day theme, which it still can be. I know people think pink and red. I kind of just wanted to make it wearable. I know a lot of my friends aren't going to be as bold and as dramatic as I am, so I kind of stayed within the few color ranges so that it still can be worn for Valentine's Day, but it's not like pink or red or out there for anybody who's basically trying to get their feet warm. And yeah, I hope you really enjoy this next video and I hope you guys like it. So I guess this is a part where I'm saying if you like it, subscribe, and if you want to see this look, keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna start. So today, like I said earlier, we're gonna do the Shape Tape. I got them both and I know there's a lot of controversy about them, but I wanted to try, and I'm lucky enough to be the right shade of dark to always fall within the small options that foundations used to have before the Fenty and Huda Beauty release. But we're gonna try it anyway, so that's why I'm barefaced. I'm gonna show you from the steps what I do and what I use or what I'm using today, and hopefully this will be a little more insightful for you guys. Now I'm just gonna prime my eyelid. I use the SMASHBOX 24-hour photo finish. There you go. And just kind of apply it all through my lid, everywhere I feel like shadowy touching, and just kind of then I'm gonna go in with this RCMA powder, my ride or die. I use this Morphe E22 brush and I kind of just tap the top and I just go over it. And the RCMA powder is no color, and so ever since this came out, this is all I've ever been using. But I pat that and make sure that I set that primer, because you want every color you put down to kind of blend smoothly. Next, I'm gonna take the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette. This is a smaller palette in addition to the bigger palette she has out, which I really want to try, but 60 bucks, so let's see. I feel like eventually I'm gonna get it because all her products are like great. Let's see if we can create a Valentine's look. I know I'm gonna say a Valentine's look, but sometimes it doesn't come out like it, but definitely wearable for Valentine's Day. Let's just say that. So I'm gonna take a transition brush, and I have a whole bunch of them here, so I'm gonna just figure out. Okay, so I'm gonna take this Morphe M441. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna start with pink as a transition color, which could be very bad for me, but we'll see. We'll go with the pink. And I'm just gonna put that in the crease and just start buffering. Don't forget, guys, when you start blending, you always want to have a lighter hand. If it takes longer to blend because you have such a lighter hand, that's fine. It's better than starting heavy and having a chunk of the color stuck in one place and then you can't move it later on. So I'm just gonna buff that in there. Okay. I'm gonna take this Sigma blending E25 brush. It's very thin. You can get into that crease, like you're already in that crease, but you are like blending loosely. This kind of is a more refined blend so that you can plug that color under that transition color that you laid down. So I'm gonna take this color in the corner here, this one, and I'm just gonna plug that in again lightly. And it's just gonna start giving dimension. Give you that allergy season bright red watery eye look we're going for Valentine's Day. Don't worry if you're becoming messy at the bottom. We're gonna clean that up. Just trust me. Just focus on getting this blend correct, getting these colors laid down and getting rid of these harsh lines, okay? Next, we are gonna take this MAC pot, this Painterly paint pot, and like I said before, I used to use this as a primer, but it is a little, well, it's way lighter than my skin, and so places where my eyeshadow didn't touch, you'd be able to see the Painterly, and I just didn't like that. And so I've resorted to using it as a primer for my lid when I'm making an eyelid. So I know that sounds weird, but I make my eyelids. So as Asians, we either have no eyelids or we have very little eyelids. So I've discovered a way, maybe I didn't discover it, maybe I watched it, and I've found a way to make my eyelids bigger by painting out an eyelid. So I'm gonna try my best to do this with this mirror so that you guys can kind of see. I know a lot of people were like, what are you doing in this step in my last video? And so basically what you do is you take the Painterly and you bring it up, you bring it up, and you kind of just create an eyelid. Like this, like so. And you kind of just paint it in. Now I'm going to take an M514 from Morphe and I'm going to work on the outer lid, and I'm going to just get this brown, more like plummy color, brown plum, and I'm just going to plug that in to the corner. Plug it in right here. I like to keep it in this corner because, like I said, I don't have a lot of eyelid to work with, so I try not to take too much space. So now for the lid, I'm going to switch it up a bit. I'm going to put the Huda palette down and I'm going to play with this LA Color Iced pigment powder. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, like I said, I kind of want to make it Valentine's Day, and this is like a very warm palette, so it didn't have a color that I was looking for. So we're gonna go ahead and take this LA Colors look and we're gonna prop that on the lid. I'm just gonna put it in the cap because pigment can get super messy, and that's why I do my foundation last most of the time, because depending on what brand and what shadow, what you're doing, fallout will occur and it'll look crazy. I'm just gonna take that color with a M508 brush and I'm just gonna pop that on the lid. And it's already falling out, but that's okay because we have no foundation on. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we're going to keep building it. I'm going to start with what I always start with. You guys should always start with some kind of SPF Doesn't matter if it's nighttime, you should always protect your face from sun rays and all that stuff. So I'm using the NEUTROGENA Rapid Wrinkle Repair Moisturizer. I used to use the regular one, but they just came out with this Rapid Wrinkle Repair, and you guys know, anti-aging is my best friend. So make sure I get everywhere. And then I'm gonna take my new favorite primer, thanks to my best friend Eliza. She introduced me to it. It's called No POREBLEM. Get it? No POREBLEM primer, and it's from Touch and Soul, which she said is a Korean brand. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google that, but it's very cheap, guys, or cheap for a primer. And you know, just take that, I'll put that everywhere too. Okay, now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and do our foundation. Like I said in the beginning, we're gonna test out 2 foundations. Today, it's gonna be the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation in Hydrating and Matte. I know there isn't a lot of good reviews, but I already purchased it. I mean, I'm trying this for the first time with you guys, and if I end up not liking it, of course I'm going to return it. But Shape Tape Concealer is my favorite, and so I had a lot of expectations for this. We'll just have to see. So I'm gonna do, let's do hydrating on my right side, and then I'll do the matte on the left side. So let's start. So this is kind of orange. I'm sure you guys can see that. Way orange, actually. Maybe it will oxidize differently. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going because that's what this is supposed to be, and I'm gonna hope the other products I put on it will help oxidize it and kind of buffer the orange. But so far it's orange, and we're still gonna do it. Even though I want to go and pull my Huda Beauty foundation out my drawer, I'm gonna push through. I'm looking like a Oompa Loompa, really. Look it! Oh wow, okay. You know, and by the time I ordered this right when it came out, as of today, they released new colors or more colors to help with the shortage. But I noticed that it's just like 3, for me it looks like just random colors. It doesn't even look like you pay attention to undertone, because clearly anybody that's deep honey is not going to want to be deep orange. So I don't know if they were just in a hurry to get the product out because, you know, Huda came out and Fenty Beauty came out. But I mean, so we're gonna do the other side. Already it looks a lot better. It looks less orange, but who knows, we'll see. Okay. Still getting an orange hue. I really don't even want to use this anymore, but you can already see how it's more hydrating this side. So I mean, I'm really bummed because I hate returning because it's such a process. For them to both cost $80, it really sucks that they suck. Like, you can literally see where I have no foundation because it's so orange. Okay, that's enough. because it's getting cray cray. Shape Tape Concealer. This concealer is probably, like I said, I'm not going to use another concealer for a very long time. I'm going to keep buying this at whatever price it is because it's amazing. And so it really makes me sad that for a company that had such a huge range in concealers, they only came out with so many of the foundations, and then when they came out with more, it just looked like they picked medium dark, like they didn't pay attention to undertones. So it's kind of sad. And you know, usually for somebody who I like to wear a concealer lighter than my skin, this concealer is actually at my skin tone because it has such great brightening effects within it. It doesn't have to be light, and so I was expecting that from their foundation, which clearly they didn't do. So move on. And look, this, like I said, this is my skin tone. Like this is like the perfect concealer for my skin, and it already looks how many shades too light now. We'll keep going. Now that we have our war paint laid down, we are gonna take this NYX sponge that I have, and just, the other one was NYX as well. This is their more edgier blending sponge, and then this one is just to get into nooks and crannies of your face. And we're just gonna close your mouth, Kathy, close your mouth. I'm only bringing it up here because you could see where I'm blending because the foundation's so orange. Usually I could stop right here and just blend it because my foundation usually matches my skin, but it's just, I'm trying to work with the color, with the orangeness of it, and it sucks. So we're gonna just do what we usually do. Now I'm gonna take this PATRICKSTARR for MAC powder, and I didn't get anything from his line, but as soon as I found out that there was a powder within it, I ordered it only because PATRICKSTARR introduced me to one of my favorite powders to this day, and it's Airspun. And if you watch any of his videos, I don't know if he still does it now, I haven't watched a video in a very long time, he would bathe in this powder, and it was just the best, the perfect powder for any kind of look you were going for. And so I knew when he came out with a powder that it would be a very, very good product, and I had to get it, so we are gonna try it. Okay, and so the next step I do with a brush, with whatever I feel like that day, but you don't have to use this sponge that's already dabbed. You can use this brush that I got from e.l.f. and I've had it forever. It's a small taper brush, and you can just dab if you don't want to use this or don't have this. And so to whatever, to each his own, basically. Personally, I don't feel like it makes too much of a difference if you do the damn baking thing, but I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I'm just doing it now because, again, I'm orange. I don't think I've said that enough. But now I have proof. When I go to return my foundations, I can be like, you don't believe me? Here's a link to my video. I'll go in with my taper brush because I'm not about to sit here and bake forever. I'm just gonna dab, 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 dab under the eyes, and then I'm just gonna brush it off. Okay, now that that's all set, let's go back to the eyes. Yes, the eyes are not done yet, and we're just gonna work on the bottom. So we're just gonna go ahead and take this pink that we started with, and we're just gonna start working on the bottom. I like to bring this way down just because my my eyelashes are so dramatic sometimes that I kind of lose the bottom color, so I kind of look, my eyeshadow looks a little top heavy, so I kind of tried to bring this down as much as I can without it looking crazy. Next, I'm gonna take the plummy color here, the one on top, and I'm gonna hit that with a Morphe M432. Yeah, M432. I don't know why I even had to think about that. It's like right in my face. But I'm gonna get this brush, take that color, dab it, and then I'm gonna place it under here. Next, I'll take this RIMMEL Natural Bronzer. The reason why I found this is I was going to Bahamas last year and I really wanted waterproof, water-resistant makeup, so I did a lot of Googling and came up with this. I didn't expect to love it so much past that trip, but it's actually replaced my Refined Golden Refined from MAC, which I still love, but if I can find products I use every day for cheaper, I will do that. Like, I use this bronzer every day, I use eyeliner every day, I have everyday foundation, so if I can find everyday products that I love, I will always gravitate towards that, because using something from MAC every single day and having to rebuy it will get a little expensive, and it could be another product that you could be trying out, but yet you're buying the same thing. So I try to find things that are cheap that I love. So try this. This is gonna be the biggest part. A lot of people think I contour every day. They're like, how do you have time to contour? I don't contour. I use a bronzer, hit it in the certain spots, and it does look like you contour. You just want to hit your face in a 3. So I usually start with my cheeks, like so, till I see enough color. Go back here, and then finally I go down here, because you don't want to leave your chin out of it. Once you find a really good bronzer, you're gonna see. Next, I go with blush. Like I said, we're using Milani today because I felt like it's a little lighter, very peachy, Valentine's Day, whatever. And I'm gonna use the Morphe E4. This is my ride or die. I know Jaclyn Hill, the reason why I got this brush was because Jaclyn Hill said this was hers. She's never gonna use a brush other than this. I now understand why. This brush is the shit. It hugs your cheek just the perfect way, and it just feels so good. So I'm just gonna take that blush brush and just prop it into your cheek. And I'm gonna take it another step further with the bronzing, and I'm gonna take this Sonia KASHUK number 40 Goddess, and I'm gonna do the same thing in a 3. Now, the last color made me have like a bronze glowy color. This has a shiny pigments to it. So I come in one more time with the Sonia KASHUK bronzer, and I just do it lightly. So I'm gonna take these fashion eyelashes that I bought off eBay. I'm for buying cheaper eyelashes because I wear them every single day. And if you saw my eyelash drawer, it's like I don't even know what style I'm wearing these days anymore, or what I prop onto my eye. So it's just something I would rather spend less on. I'll come in at an angle and just I'm gonna take this So Lashy from CoverGirl that I put on the top, which is also waterproof, and just bring it down. Start on the inner corner first with that ball because I don't like to go like this because it just creates room for mistakes. So I just get the ball tip and I go on the inner. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess, which is actually HEATWAVE. If you know anything about makeup, you know Estee Lauder's OG highlighter that everybody still wants and looks for was HEATWAVE, and then last year they came out with HEATWAVE without any kind of notice, so this kind of threw everybody in the spiral, which is awesome. I'm gonna take a Morphe M310. The number kind of already erased, so I hope M310, but it's their fan brush. And I'm just gonna dip into my highlighter. Identify my cheekbone where I want it to be and just kind of lightly dab. Of course you can build on it, but you know, just set the groundwork first. On the other side, same thing. Then I'm gonna take this Morphe R31, which is also a highlighting brush, and I'm gonna do the inner part of my forehead, right here, the outer part of my forehead, shall I say, and just kind of put a little up there and just kind of bring it together. Go up here and just kind of bring it all together. And then you're going to take your finger and hit your lid and keep your little cute nose, especially if you're like me. It's pretty wide. Next, we're gonna move on to the lip. I keep it at the Valentine's theme. Not sure if I should go with Anastasia Beverly Hills Catherine or I'm Shook by Jeffree Star, which was a Manny MUA collab. I feel like I want to go with I'm Shook because it's like has pink pigments. It's very like pinkish undertones. It's straight up pink. I don't know, but it's not as pink as this one. So we're gonna go with that one. Yeah, that's not that bad. I can tolerate this kind of pink. Okay, now we're gonna finish it off, guys. We're gonna take this NYX matte finish spray. You can get this at mall if you have a NYX, or you can get it at Target, anywhere. I just like it. I mean, it's kind of weird because one is hydrating. I bet you guys even forgot that one is hydrating and one is matte, but it just kind of brings your look together. And so yeah, I'm just gonna bathe in it. And this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this look. I know, again, like I've said in my last video, it is a trial and error and learning process, but we can get better. Please shoot me any ideas, any looks, anything you guys want to see. And you know, thank you guys so much for the support. If you're here watching, you're being 100 with me, and the people who followed my page, you guys are awesome. And so yeah, stay tuned for the next video.